Hi everyone, Rob Hammond here. I'm an Agronomic Solutions Advisor with BASF covering Northeast North Dakota. I'm standing here in a plot in Berthold, North Dakota with Dan Mellis, our tech service rep. And we're going to go through real quick and kind of talk about the ins and outs of Endura, a white mold fungicide application, some of the whys, the whens, the hows to do that, and some of the paybacks on that. So with that being said, Dan?
Thanks, Rob. Yeah, today we're here in a plot by Berthold, North Dakota, in Vigor plot, taking a look at some of our canola. And we're probably a little bit past the timing for Endura here, but we wanted to just make this video to help show you guys what we're looking for when making these Endura applications. Yes, we've had probably a little different season than what we've been used to here in North Dakota. Just we've been hotter, drier than what we've typically been. Typically with Sclerotinia White Mold, we're looking more into those cool, wet conditions. And there are those areas in the state yet that are having these. So it's still a good idea to make sure, I mean, it's kind of a judgment call what kind of conditions you're having in your area at that time as far as making that application. What we're looking for as far as application timing goes is we're looking for about that 30% bloom. So you're going to take your plant, we did pick one out that's probably in that 30% bloom area. We're going to be starting to see blooms on the top. It's not going to be branched out or whatnot yet as far as that goes. And what we're going to be looking for also is when you're looking at that application timing is you're going to start seeing the petals start dropping. And this is the time where you want to make that Endura application to help maximize the Sclerotinia White Mold suppression.
So why is it that 30%? What's happening at that stage that makes it the most prevalent for when?
Once the flower or petals start dropping, they'll actually settle typically into the bottoms of the leaves, and that's where the spores will infect the plant, and that's where we get the problems with the Sclerotinia White Mold.
So that's where the main infection points will start, is when those flowers start dropping.
Yep. And then, I mean, it'll spread throughout the plant and whatnot, where that's where we have bigger problems later in the year. I mean, if we have that Sclerotinia White Mold really set in, it can cause big problems in canola. So,
and when you say how many flowers are we looking at here to consider it 30%? Are we looking at the main stems or are we looking at the branches?
This is more starting on the main stems is where you're, I mean, where the flowers are starting to come there is the biggest thing there. And I mean, you'll be able to tell as you look through the field. We do have some charts and whatnot to help decide when that 30% is. And the application timing is usually a big deal. We don't want to be too late and we don't want to be too early as far as that to really maximize the product.
Absolutely.
Yep. So with Endura, what we're usually using is 5 ounces per acre at that 30% bloom. We're also adding in a non-ionic surfactant at a pint per 100 gallons of water to help really get that product into the plant. We also want to make sure that we're using at least 20 gallons of water by ground or at least 5 gallons by air if you're having an airplane do it. And what we've been seeing with this application is we're usually seeing about a 350 to 400 pound yield bump with this product over an untreated acre. So it can really add up in the long run. And typically with that 350 to 400 pounds, with the prices where they're at currently, we're going to see an $80 payback after you pay for your application.
That sounds pretty good to me.
Yeah.
So if you do want any more information, or Dan alluded to some charts and stuff, ways to help time things, get a hold of your local BASF rep and or qualified retailer, and be more than happy to help you out there and get that information to you.